Good afternoon everyone. So in last video we were talking about the multiple childbirth. So multiple childbirth topic is over. So now today we will talk about the labor stages and the physiology of the labor. So now first we will talk about the definition of the labor. So what is the medical termination of the medical definition of the labor? So it is the series of events that take place in the genital organ in an effort to expel the viable products of the conception out of the womb through the vagina into the outer world, which is known as the labor. Means the it means that labor means the products the product means the baby, which is so the baby from the uterus. So the production or the product of the conception means the baby which is resting into the uterus. So the procedure of this, that baby comes out from the uterus through the vagina into the outer world. So this whole process is known as the labor. Now the labor is mainly of the 37 to 38 weeks after the gestation. So before the 37 weeks, if the labor pain is occur, which is known as the preterm labor, and if the labor pain is occur after the 38 to 40 weeks, then it is known as the postterm labor. So there are also some there is also they told that the delivery is the expulsion or extraction of the viable fetus out of the womb. Means the delivery means the expulsion of the fetus from the womb, which is known as the labor. Now next we'll talk about the what is the normal labor. So the normal labor is also known as the eutosia. So there are some criteria which this criteria will fulfill the normal labor. So first is spontaneous in first criteria is labor pain should be a spontaneous in onset as well as at a term. So it means that that labor pain is occur during the delivery time. So this is always should be in a spontaneous onset and always at a term. At a term means it is always onto the 37 weeks or 38 weeks. Now next is with vertex presentation. Vertex presentation means there are so many there are so many types of delivery, and also the presentation of the baby during the delivery time. So it is the mainly it is also the important part of the labor, or it is also the important part of the delivery during the pregnancy. So with vertex presentation means always the head of the baby will come first into the outside, and without undue prolongation. So undue prolongation मतलब कि it always should be on a time. Delivery should be always on a time. It should not take a more time that required. So it should be it should not be prolongation. Next is natural termination with minimal aids. Means it should be always a natural it should be always in a natural term, and it should not be required maximum aids or appliances, and it should be always it should be always occur into the natural process. So next is without having any complications affecting the health of the mother and or baby. So normal labor means that there should be not any complication which will affect the mother or baby's health. So these all are the criteria of the normal labor, and it should be fulfilled during the normal labor. And if this criteria will be fulfilled by the ladies, then it will known as the normal labor delivery. Now what is the So what is the abnormal labor, which is also known as the dystocia, means any deviation or any complication, any high risk or any kind of problem which will occur during the pregnancy or during the delivery time. So it is known as the abnormal labor. Now, how will you decide the date of the onset of the labor? So it is always be unpredictable, and we cannot count exact date of the onset of the labor. So the main formula. So how will you calculate? How the gynec doctor will be calculate the onset of the labor? So the calculation of this is from the Nigel's formula, which will give only the rough guidance of the labor, but it is mainly calculated by the Nigel's formula. So based on this formula, labor starts approximately on the expected date in 4%, as well as the 1 week on the either side in 50%, and 2 weeks earlier and 1 week later is 80%. So it is mainly based on the Nigel's formula, which will give only the rough guide of the labor pain or labor. Now, what are the causes of onset of the labor? So how it will cause into the labor? So first is uterine distension, means uterine contraction will be started. Next, fetal-placental contribution. Third is estrogen, progesterone and prostaglandin. So first we will talk about the estrogen. So the maternal pituitary will start the release of the oxytocin, and it will start the secretion of the oxytocin, and because of that it will promotes the synthesis of the receptors of the oxytocin into the myometrium as well as the diacetyl. So as the pituitary gland will start the oxytocin secretion, so this oxytocin will promotes the synthesis of the receptors. It will promotes the synthesis, and because of that accelerates lysosomal disintegration in amnion cell, will result in an amnion cells, which will increase the prostaglandin synthesis. So because of the oxytocin, because of the increase in the secretion of the oxytocin, this oxytocin hormone will start the promoting the synthesis of the receptors, and these receptors will accelerate the amnion cells, which will result the prostaglandin synthesis. And because of that, what will happen? This prostaglandin synthesis will stimulate the synthesis of the myometrial contractile protein, which is also known as the CAMP. So this prostaglandin synthesis will promote synthesis of the CAMP. Now what CAMP will do? So it will increase the excitability of the myometrial cells membrane, and because of that a contraction will be occurring into the uterus. Contraction will be starting occurring into the uterus. Now next we will talk about the progesterone. So what is the effect, how the progesterone will cause the labor? So first of all, increase the fetal production of the dihydroapinoid sterone sulfate. So fetal will produce the dihydroapinoid hydrosterone sulfate, DHES. So fetal will produce this product, and it will cortisol and cortisols, which will inhibit the conversion of the fetal what they will do? So the cortisol and DHEAS will inhibit the conversion of the fetal pregnenolone to progesterone. So they will inhibit this effect, and progesterone's level therefore fall before the labor. So because of that, progesterone level will be fall. It will be reduced. So in the alteration in the estrogen and progesterone ratio will be disturbed, and there will be obviously fall, because progesterone will be reduced, and which will lead to the prostaglandin synthesis. So as the progesterone level will be reduced, and because of that this prostaglandin synthesis will be occur into the women's body. Now what is the effect of the prostaglandin? So prostaglandin are the important factors which will initiate and maintain the labor. So because of the prostaglandin, it will initiate and maintain the labor pain. So this is all about the prostaglandin, progesterone and estrogen. Next day in next video we will talk about the oxytocin, and the remaining part we will discuss into the next video. Thank you.